I lay there, horrified of what might happen next, but I was too frightened to move my arms or to look. I lay there until my arm muscles were burning from covering my ears so hard, and it seemed like maybe whatever that thing was gone. I slowly uncovered my ears, only to hear another sound just as close to me as a growl. This time it was a rasping breath, breathing next to me as if someone was gasping for air and struggling to breathe. It was either this or the sound of slow and low panting of some kind. I covered my ears again and shuddered, even more frightened than before. Now I knew for sure it hadn't just been my imagination. It was real. I was awake, my heart was pounding, and my adrenaline was pumping. I was so young that I could barely even process what was happening to me. I just knew I was so scared I couldn't move, and I had hoped that if I held still enough and prayed hard enough, this thing would go away. I don't know how much more time went by before I couldn't take any longer, and I leaped from the bed and ran as fast as I could into my parents' room. Of course, my parents didn't take my experience seriously, but at least they let me stay in their bed for the rest of the night. From that time on, I went to bed frightened every night. Knowing something like that could happen caused me to pull my covers over my face, even if it was hot, and do my best to cover my ears. I would have many more experiences in that house and on the land, as would my siblings and even my parents. Over time, a lot of what made it frightening was not understanding the nature of the paranormal activity and not understanding my and my siblings' sensitivity to such things. But this was the beginning of me knowing that there were unseen things that could come close to me and terrify me when I least expected it. For all the things I have since discovered and learned about the nature of the paranormal and the land where I live, I still have no idea what it actually was that did this to me when I was so young and vulnerable, or if it was truly just there to frighten and feed off of my fears. What I do know is that the land we live on is alive with very old and powerful energies. I still live there now. I'm no longer afraid of it, but I do respect it. I have more stories, and I plan to share them. But we all have to start somewhere. Smiley face. This is my beginning.